Sean?
So mine kind of overlaps with Fran's, but like I think my favorite part of Destiny in general in year one, and I guess up to year two in the Taken King, is just the idea of like the Sherpa community, right? Like one of the great things that Destiny does that I don't think most other games do is reward people who are willing to work together and not against each other. Like it's a philosophy that kind of extends throughout the game, but applies a lot in the raids and in strikes and basically to every part of the game where you need to do something with your friends or with your team, right? Like when I love this idea that like in other RPGs and like even in World of Warcraft where things in the raids were pretty team oriented, once you got really geared out or once you were like top tier in damage or in healing or tanking or whatever, there was this tendency just to like sit in town and kind of look down imperiously on all the plebeians out there who didn't have as good gear as you. And in Destiny, that's kind of not like that. Like once you get to the top of the mountain, there's this desire to help other people get to the top of the mountain too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fostered this community of people who just want to help each other. Like, look at, someone, co-founder of the show, Alfredo Diaz, spends most of his time helping his subscribers on Twitch get into the raid and get good gear, make it to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
And that's part of the fun for him. And I think there's a lot of people out there, and that's one of these things where it's like, I love that Bungie has kind of implemented this philosophy of co-op before competitive.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that there's no competitive. Obviously, we were just talking about trials. There's a lot of different ways to satisfy your competitive need. And those are great too, especially as someone who's a competitive player. But as I get older, and I've noticed this recently with Halo 5, I would say I am a good Halo player, but I do not have the time or the reflexes anymore to compete with some of those people out there who are just insanely good. And Destiny offers people like me and other players who maybe don't have the time or the skill to compete in something that is so multiplayer competitive focused to feel rewarded by doing things that are good for other people in this cooperative manner.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think it's a combination of things. Like it's more you like to show off like your abilities, but you help people by doing that.
Totally.
But some people just love to help. It's like, I don't know how many people I've run into on trials that'll be like, message me, great
let's
game.
Go.
If you want to, some help any other time, like good game kind of thing.
And it's like you see that enthusiasm from other people that are like still playing. They're like, oh man, I haven't done Vault of Glass or something like that. I just want to try it out. It's like, let's go do it. I haven't done it in a while.
Because
I remember
like,
how great that was.
Yeah, you remember like, man, when the first time I played Vault of Glass, I was like, this is really, really cool. And like the ability to give that experience to someone else is really awesome. Like we were just talking in the office the other day that like we have a girl out there who works on the social team, Callie, who just got into Destiny recently. She came in with the Taken King, so she's been playing with us and stuff on Xbox One, but she'd never done Vault of Glass, and we were like, oh my god, like we were all talking. She's like, I've never done a raid, and we were like, well, if you're at 280 light, we can get you into King's Fall. And then she was like, oh well, people say there's this Vault of Glass raid. And we were all like, oh yeah, what about that? You don't even need light in that. As long as you're 40, you're gonna be fine. And it's fun, so let's get her into it. Like
it's great.
You remember the experiences you had, and you want to share them with people. And I think it's a really positive thing. It really kind of helps the community be, like you said, there's some bad apples, but by and large, it's really positive and kind of cooperative.
Yeah, definitely.
So now for the things we hate.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm totally joking.
Yeah,
it's a new year, Fran. We want to focus on
the positive. Yeah. And Christmas. If you haven't listened to that episode or watched that episode yet, we talked about things, our desires for Destiny 2 and wants, our wish list, so to speak. So check that out. This is a little shorter episode, but we just kind of wanted to share our favorite aspects of Destiny thus far. I can't wait to see what happens next year.
Yeah, get at us on maybe Twitter, and if you're in the Fireteam Chat podcast group on Facebook, which is closed, but you can apply. I don't run it; a fan does.
Yeah,
but share your moments.
Multiple fans do.
Yeah, I'd love to read over some of them as we come back in 2016. Love to hear what you guys think. Hashtag Fireteam Chat. Yeah, we'll look through that and see what's out there.
You're at Fran Mirabella.
That is right.
I'm at Destin Legary. At I am Finnegan.
Yep, Sean. What is your Twitter?
What? I'm Sean Finnegan, but On Twitter, I'm Finnegan.
That's right.
There's another I am Finnegan that's a news reporter.
Really?
Who I follow.
Like I am Finnegan?
It's very close. Yeah.
Oh God, that's terrible. I think I'm Finnegan is terrible. I just can't get Sean Finnegan because there's an imposter out there.
What about Shark Finnegan?
Nobody else can have your name.
No one can have, not that guy.
All right.
If you go to Google and you just search Sean Finnegan, who's the first guy who comes up? Me, not that dude. So I should have first dibs.
Wow.
Happy New Year's, everybody. Now it's like a holiday.
Exactly. Yeah, now we're starting to have like the arguments over dinner.
Yeah. We're going to wrap it up there, though. You can leave us a review on iTunes. You can get shirts at go.ign.com/store and leave a comment below and have a great Destiny discussion with some other fans. Until next time, Guardians out.